Hi everyone, my name is Sophie McPike and I'm an illustrator based in Melbourne. Welcome to this series of paintings I have called The Collectors of Important Things. I'm excited to tell you that these 12 illustrations, there secretly might be an extra special 13th one, will be the illustrations for my 2023 calendar. Hopefully I can get it made ASAP so I can start sending them across the world to you all. And I will also make them into prints, and I'll probably sell the originals as well at some point at the end of the month. So today's collector, we have the collector of Clovers. And here is her story. Clovers is special, no matter how many leaves. She loves the rainbows of greens painted on their faces. She picks them so gently and examines them close and lays them between the pages and inside of glass jars. She collects them as a symbol of the land she is from. Now, I don't know about you, but I have never been able to find a 4-leaf clover in the grass over my lifetime of walking around in grass. I've just never been able to find one, even on occasions when I've actually sat down, laid down to purposefully look for clovers. 4-leaf clovers, I've never been able to find one. I do have a friend who, I don't know how she does it, maybe she's magical, I don't know, but she always finds them, and every so often she'll gift one to me. It's just a magic superpower. Let me know how many 4-leaf clovers, if any, you have found in your life, because that is very cool. And I'm slightly jealous, and I want a massive collection of 4-leaf clovers. But our little character here, she doesn't mind if they're 3-leaf clovers or 4-leaf clovers. She just likes all the clovers. I've been thinking a little bit lately about the trip I took to Ireland back in 2017. It was probably one of the best trips I've ever taken in my entire life. Just the scenery is incredible. The grass is incredible. Like it just feels so magical. I really, really loved Ireland. What I did was I hired a little van which I could sleep in, and I travelled all around the coast of Ireland. All those craggies to the left of the country were my favourite. I loved the roads are so narrow and a bit iffy from time to time, and just the locals would drive past me so fast in their cars, just speeding around these super tight corners with like cliff edges on this. I was amazed. I highly recommend doing that drive. It was amazing. So that's kind of what I was thinking about when I was making this piece. It's slightly less whimsical to my other pieces. It's sort of a more realistic, collectible thing. But that doesn't matter. Every so often there's allowed to be a more realistic, collectible thing in this series. I do love how she keeps them in little glass bottles, as well as a big book, scrapbook, and there are some loose pages beside her, which are maybe drawings or maybe they're laminated pieces. Doesn't matter, I don't know. And interesting, she has sort of blonde, ginger, strawberry blonde hair. I don't really draw many characters which are blondies. And I'm not really sure why that is. I think it's because myself, I have dark hair. I've got dark brown hair. And I think all the pieces I make are sort of a mirror of me. Subconsciously or unsubconsciously, they are me. and I just don't identify with having blonde hair, so I never really think to draw my characters with blonde hair. But I think the color palette works really well with this one. Those little like golden gingery blondie pops throughout the piece are really nice, and they complement really beautifully with the blues and the pinks that are jumping around in the piece as well. But I definitely wanted the main color to be this lovely, soft, almost mossy, olivey kind of green. I mean, green is obviously the color of Clovers, but it's also really the color of Ireland. And yeah, I just wanted to pay homage to the Irish out there, north and south, and yeah, thinking of you. So let's move on to materials I used. I used an acrylic gouache, which is acrylic gouache, and the brand I use is Holbein. They're really nice. The pigments are beautiful. They're super opaque. There are a lot of moments in this piece though that I kind of use them watered down, sort of the way you would use watercolors, mainly for the base and the wash. But it applies beautifully when you use it thick. It's just, I love using acrylic gouache. It's probably my favorite medium at the moment, and I can't see that changing for a while. The brush I used is a Royal & Langnickel size 1. It's just a soft synthetic brush, bristle brush. The other one I use, and I always butcher this name, Cintoretto, which is an Italian brush. Similar, it's a size 1. It's a little liner brush, I think. It's really nice. I've been really enjoying painting with that. And the paper I'm using is a 300 GSM cold pressed paper, which means it has a bit of texture to it, by the brand Etchalab. I did a little comparison video. If you go check out my Instagram or TikTok, there's a little reel comparing a cold press and a hot press paper from Etchalab, the brand, and you will see that I originally used inks in my experiment, and I really disliked how the ink went on this cold pressed paper. And the whole time I was using ink on this cold pressed paper, I was thinking, gouache will love this paper, and it does, and I love it. I love it too. Some papers just work better with some materials over others, and gouache and this cold press paper from Etchalab are just like a dream come true. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you like the final result. Let me know what you think. Tell me what your record is with 4-leaf clovers. I would love to know, if any. There are 12 pieces in this series. Keep your eyes peeled for more coming out. I may even do a super special extra 13th one, which will probably end up being my Patreon print for October. We'll see though, I'm not locking it in, but I reckon probably. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.